Oh hey, it's Barry, welcome back to the channel. Of course, it's crazy. The PS5 Pro situation keeps getting worse and worse. Many people online are kind of saying that they lost trust in the PlayStation brand, saying they lost trust in Sony. Sony keeps going crazy on the expensive stuff. Of course, guys, it is a better performance. It is state-of-the-art technology, but we gotta dig in a bit deeper because today we're gonna be talking about the differences in the console that Sony did not say during the 9-minute presentation. Of course, it was so short they couldn't really get much out, and many things were left to be unseen about the console. And I just thought I'd make a video about it because many people online seem to be a bit misinformed about what's actually changing and what's improving over the console. People asking questions like, will there be a bigger SSD? So I just want to clear the air real quick. Of course, before we do, I would really appreciate if you could just smash that like button and hit that subscribe bell if you're new. And as always, let's get right into it. So of course, the larger SSD, the original PS5 came with 825 gigs of storage space. Of course, the Slim came with 1 terabyte, but the latest console will be coming with 2 terabytes of storage space. It's much bigger. You get much more space to install your games, and as always, if you have a additional 2 terabyte SSD, you could expand the storage as well. The majority is outraged by the price, but of course, many people don't want anything to do with it, but this is an enthusiast box. This isn't for the masses, and there is still time to consider pre-ordering it as it goes live on September 26th, which is Thursday. That is the first thing that's good about the PlayStation 5 Pro that was not mentioned in the presentation. Moving on, it will be thinking ahead as the PS5 Pro has a couple of features that seem super excessive for now, but the first is that it has a better Wi-Fi system running Wi-Fi 7 to be exact, and for the record, the PS5 has Wi-Fi 6, so the Pro version have the capability of having a much faster connection, and the trick is that there's absolutely no need for a connection that fast right now. But the second feature is that the PS5 Pro supports 8K gaming, and while 8K displays are still kind of rare nowadays, that will most definitely change in the future as these TVs drop in prices and become a bit more mainstream, and Sony is thinking a couple of steps ahead with both of these features. Of course, moving on, there will be improved PS4 games on the system as more than 8,500 PS4 games are backward compatible with PS5 Pro thanks to the PS5 Pro Game Boost feature. It improves the performance of supported PS4 and PS5 games, while a feature called Enhanced Image Quality improves the resolution on select PS4 games. Another good thing about the console that wasn't said in the presentation is that it has a much smaller size since it lacks the disk drive. The PS5 Pro is slimmer in comparison to the regular PS5, and it could benefit you if you don't have that much space in your gaming area. Of course, it does have improved ray tracing and performance, but that was kind of mentioned in the keynote. You are capable of running PSSR, PlayStation Super Spectral Resolution, getting some games up to 4K 60. Moving on, of course, it has 2 forward-facing USB-C slots. The regular PS5 only had 1, and that is a great improvement. There's also 2 on the Slim if you have that model, but that is about it for everything good about the PS5 Pro that was not mentioned in the keynote. Moving on to the bad things about the PS5 Pro that wasn't mentioned in the presentation. Of course, there will be no trade-ins, so fans who consider getting the PS5 Pro usually already have the regular PS5 console, and back in the days of PS4, you could trade in your regular PS4 console to get a discount when purchasing the PS4 Pro. For unknown reasons, that won't be the case with PS5, and the silver lining is that some retailers may still offer their own discounts. Of course, you can always go ahead and sell your console at the side on eBay or to someone you know or something like that. Not the biggest thing, but it does seem kind of shady why Sony didn't offer the trade-in for the console. Of course, the PS5 Pro's game performance depends completely on the devs, so this is actually really bad, as while having the ability to run some games at 4K 60, not all PS5 Pro games will do so. Games that are enhanced for PS5 Pro will have the PS5 Pro Enhanced label, but that still doesn't guarantee that they're going to run at 4K 60. It all depends on the devs and what they decide to do with the game when they are enhancing it, and nothing is stopping the devs from just improving the visuals a little bit but still have them at 4K 30. There is no minimum requirement to get the PS5 Pro enhanced label, which is a huge misstep in my eyes. There should be a floor of quality to be expected when getting a PS5 Pro enhanced labeled game, and the example that I was given is that they can literally turn a 1080p 30 FPS game. They could just bump up the resolution to 1440p, leave it at 30 FPS, and boom, you got a PS5 Pro enhanced label game. It doesn't even have to be that substantial of a boost. It could go from 1080p to 1260p. It could go from 720p to 900p. Once the quality is enhanced a bit, you can get that label, and that's really deceptive because PS5 Pro enhanced label to me seems like okay, it's gonna run to the best quality that the console could handle, and it's just kind of bad. And of course, the last bad thing, everyone knows about the missing components in the PlayStation 5 Pro. You're not gonna be getting a disc drive and a stand. Of course, the stand costs $30 and the disc drive costs $80, but that is not all. The PS5 Pro also seems to be missing a built-in PlayStation Link for your audio peripherals, which means that you'll have to get the infamous PlayStation Link USB adapter, which is another $20, and add the price of the console itself with all of these extra peripherals, and it gets really high. The price of the console pushes $830 with everything added up, and that's only in this part of the country. Anywhere else it is more expensive, like over in Canada, in the UK. It is really unfortunate the pricing that Sony decided to go with on this, but of course they have no competition, so they can kind of go unchecked. Many people online were outraged by the pricing, saying that they don't trust Sony anymore. They lost faith in the company. They're just doing cash grab after cash grab, etc., etc. And I kind of understand where these people are coming from, but at the end of the day, the PS5 Pro is not a necessity. It's not like you have to get it. If you think that the price is too much, you probably just shouldn't get it and save yourself some cash for some games later on your regular PS5 system. It's still gonna work just as great. So there you have it, guys. All the things that Sony didn't let you know during the presentation of the PS5 Pro. What do you think of the good things, or what do you think of the bad? Are you about to go get a PlayStation 5 Pro console? Let me know down in the comments below. I read every single one of the comments, and as always, guys, have a great day.